Alright guys, what's going on? We're back. Welcome back to the channel. We're at Friday Night Drifts. Keep it Reet. Was like late as I got here like an hour late, so I've been running around like crazy trying to get ready, get registered and stuff. So I'm just gonna go straight out and get after it, and yeah, let's get it. You. Absolutely getting smoked. I'm struggling, I'm spinning out everywhere, struggling for grip, cannot get used to this car, I suck. And it's absolutely the most intense thing ever. There's fucking so much going on, so many people skidding, I'm wigging out. lock on, so I can't really use my handbrake, and I'm struggling with clutch kick. Every time I clutch kick, I spin out. So I was just starting to get a hang of it with the handbrake, but yeah, I don't know, she's shagged.
Well, did you have all the stadium seating open there? Yeah.
Be allowed off the truck. I try to get into this corner, my front tyres are bald, so they're just sliding forward.
What's in this thing?
Just a boxer motor, the standard in a supercharger.
I thought
Just a straight bolt on. And then it's just got a cold air intake, so it winds. That was one of the most intense things I've ever done. Shout out to Keep It Reet for putting on an intense night. That was crazy. I don't know how many people were there. They said a couple thousand, but man, it was intense. One thing I can say is the people love the Supercharged 8.6. They were going crazy for it. And I was easily the worst driver out there and way out of my depth. I definitely should have just done the drift school and then like made my way over to the track. But I was impatient. I started off the night with 16s on and they were spinning hard. I was hitting first, second, third, they were spinning. And that's when I was also spinning out a lot. Definitely because I was crap, but also I think they might have just been a little bit too small. Then I put these 18s on and they were pretty slippery as well. But I definitely got a lot better. So maybe buy some 18-inch rims and throw some tires on them. I've got 17s there, but one of the tires was flat and I couldn't pump it up with my compressor, so we just made do. I noticed like when I was clutch kicking I was spinning out like flat out. Then I finally started using the handbrake and I started getting all the corners properly, and then my handbrake was stuffing up and getting jammed on and I couldn't use it for like this second half of the night. And then the handbrake actually ended up getting stuck on the trailer when I got home and I couldn't get the car off. But then we ended up unwinding the drift button and then that literally just fixed it. So that would have been nice to know when I was at the track, but man, I got to give you a shout out to Black Spade Fabrication for making up this air intake. I don't know if you'll be able to tell in any of the videos, but this thing was whining and it was mint. So before I had that on, it didn't make any noise at all. You couldn't even tell that it was supercharged. And literally like people in the crowds geeing me up, getting on the limiter, coming up to me in the pits and asking me questions about the car. Everyone kept asking me what engine I was running. They thought it was like some crazy setup, and it was literally just this bolt-on supercharger. I spent more time on the limiter driving through the corridor and in the pits than I did out on the track. In the crowd, and you were geeing me up to get on the limiter, leave a comment. I was loving it, the crowd was loving it, and I was absolutely frying my clutch. I can literally still smell it when I got in the car. It stinks, it's that bad. So that's definitely my fault. Also, I couldn't use first gear. Every time I hit the limiter on first gear, the engine would cut out. So I don't know what's going on with that, like if it's a tuning problem, something with the ECU, if it's got something to do with the traction control, which is disconnected. So I'm not too sure. We definitely need to suss that out, because the last corner, the really tight one, is what I would want to be doing in first gear, and I didn't have first gear, so I had to do it in second, and I was struggling heaps and just ripping the absolute shit out of my clutch. So that's what was doing that, and also me struggling. It's hard to get used to the track because you're literally doing like 3 corners and then you're lining up for like 10 minutes again. There was 60 drivers there for 3 corners, like it's crazy. And then you get someone crash and then they've got to tow them off and someone breaks down. So you don't really spend that much time drifting. You spend more time waiting. So on top of getting the new air intake from Black Spade Fabrication, he also made me up these bar work, which is mint. Came out way better than I imagined. It just needs to be painted still. We didn't have time to do it. He did the roll cage, which we did get time to paint. Just a 4-point bolt in. And then he did the rear bar as well, with the jacking point for slinging tyres. Got the custom number plate, CJC86, what's up? Shout out to my dad for helping me unload the car, change tyres, coming for rides with me, risking his life to go on rides with me. But I was slipping and sliding all over the place, and yeah, almost had a crash into the concrete wall as we're going straight towards it. I don't know, I just didn't react very well, slammed on the brakes, slammed on the handbrake, and then yeah, luckily I didn't hit the wall. I pulled up like 2 meters from it. Definitely going back to drift school. Gonna do a couple more skid pan days, get used to the car, get it all down pat. Also got to the track an hour late, so that like put a massive damper on my night. Because at the start of the night I was wigging out. I didn't really want to go out too much, so I barely went out at the start, and then I really started kind of getting the hang of it, and I wasn't as nervous. And then it was pretty much wrapped up. They kept stopping it for the dirt bike guys, which is pretty cool, but not so much when you're trying to get some track time. But definitely cool for the crowd, and those blokes were unreal as well. So all in all, it was a sick night. Food trucks, DJs, guys doing backies, guys blazing tyres, me spinning out, almost hitting walls. Where can you go wrong?